hear you, please?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
That was for me. Yeah.
It's your smile.
Oh, I'm always smiling.
Excellent.
Yeah. And hoping the best coffee comes from Chetan's office. All right, here we go.
I'm waiting. What do you want me to say?
What are the three things or one thing
Oh.
that you think will impact the minds of the
Wow.
people for the future?
Oh man.
That
I-
was pretty Shakespearean, very boring.
I couldn't hear that. Yeah, I mean, first of all, it's a pleasure. It's lovely to be back at a campus again. Be with the students. I mean, it's being with the youth is always lovely. I just didn't expect that I'll be quizzed and questioned as I go back to campus. Yeah, so I think in my view, what has been said earlier, live your life today. Living in the present is one of the most important things. Some people realize it after things like COVID, but finally people realize. So just keep that definitely in mind, that today is the day. Tomorrow, whenever it comes, we'll see, but you must enjoy today. That's one. Second, I would say continue to evolve. Have the agility. Things will come. This is a VUCA world. Everything changes. It's very uncertain. Things change very fast. So you got to be adaptable and agile. As you move ahead in life, you'll get those moments. You got to just adapt to that and keep moving ahead. And that will happen if you have a purpose or a maqsad, which somebody said already. So I think these are the very basic mantras which you can keep with yourself.
VUCA, V-U-C-A. याद रहेगा आप लोगों को? It's an acronym. Volatile. Second बताइए. Very good. Who's that girl who's saying it? Stand up, I want to see you. Yes. Unmask. Uncertain. Third. C, come on. Sir, say it now. Complexity. From every complexity emerges simplicity. From every simplicity will be a deterrent complexity. There's a nice book called The Present, Spencer Johnson. The Present. It's 48 pages. Cost is 110 rupees. Buy it. All of the award winners are telling you live in the moment. So when you are at the present, you don't think of the past. And when you are at the present, the future does not matter because you are living only for today. That's a quote from the book. So you see, that girl you got to see now, challenge. A.
Yes.
Who said that?
Somebody said that.
I want to see you. Come on, stand up. अरे बॉस वो लाइट उन पे डालो, हम पे क्या डाल रहे हो लाइट? सिर्फ चमकेगा सर मेरा. उन पे डालिए यार लाइट. क्या यार? हाँ, बोलिए. Say it. बोल दो. We can hear.
Ambiguity, sir.
Ambiguity, sir. I am not ambiguous. I'm amphibian, but not ambiguous. Not possible. Okay, can you giving me some gifts for those two girls? Please come here, both the girls come here. It's Women's Day out today. Both of you. Please come here. Both of you. Why should I give it? There's a chief guest, no? PK is a better person, better brand than me. Please come, both of you. Please come. Wait here. Where's the other one? Wow. बेटा आपकी शादी नहीं है? हाँ, बारात ऐसे निकलती. चलिए आप ये साइड आइए. दूसरी ये साइड आएगी, आप ये साइड आ जाइए. I'll walk you all both. I'm walking the aisle with both of you all. Come on, okay? PK, you're going to give them an award. See, first is no wait. आप नहीं लीजिए. तो हम करिए. I need a picture with you, यार. देखो ये privilege तुम लोगों को नहीं मिलेगा. Yeah. All right. जिसने भी ये इमेज लिया है, पिक्चर लिया है, इसका वर्थ इज 1 करोड़. याद रखना. और आपको ज्यादा दहेज देने की जरूरत नहीं है. चलिए जाइए वहां पर. अवार्ड लीजिए. फॉर देम, गिव देम बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज. राइट. ये है क्या राजीव सर? परफ्यूम्स है. वाओ. मुझे पहले बोल देते, मैं ले लेता था. जाइए. ऑलराइट, गुड गर्ल्स, कम ऑन. डू वेल, कम ऑन. एंड यू वांट जॉब विद एनी वन ऑफ देम, मीट देम आफ्टर द event. They'll both give you a jobs, okay? All right. Big round of applause for the first set of winners, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. One person more is yet to speak. Neha, wow. You're dressed to the occasion, Neha. Please.
Thank you.
The floor is all yours. I can see a lot of your colleagues filled with enthusiasm and joy. 3 of you? Yeah, you all. Only you?
Vishal here.
Vishal, come on, that's for you. Okay. Come on, let's hear.
So firstly, hi, good morning everyone. It's really nice to be on campus after really long for me. So firstly, I would like to thank Dr. Bhatia and everyone who was involved in the process. Thank you so much. For me, I would say it's still, it's not been a very long journey, but one thing that always kept me going was, the fact of not giving up. And somebody very wise had told me that guilt and regret are wasted emotions. So exactly what Sir said, when you are in the present and you're not thinking about what you did not do well yesterday, you are able to give your best today. And that is something that I perhaps work with, and it's worked fantastically well. And the second part is, in the journey, we'll meet a lot of people, and as an entrepreneur, our teams are constantly growing. So, very important aspect is investing in people. Work will happen, but how we treat each other becomes the most important part of this journey that makes it really interesting and exciting and memorable for everybody. So yeah, thank you.
And thank you so much. Loved it. Okay. So we have one more is left. Yes. Huh? Oh, I'm always happy to speak. Hear you speak. Come. We take a picture.
Now that you
first,
guys insist.
We get a picture right first, since I missed it. Can we get a picture right? All right. Come.
Now that you insist, let me shake it up a bit. Well, I'm not going to give you advice, guys. I am not old enough for that. I don't have enough wisdom. Maybe I will learn from the pearls of wisdom here. But I will shake you up definitely today. Be ready for the extinction event of marketers. AI, ML, and AdTech, MarTech, or we call MarTech, is coming for each one of you. It's going to be a massive asteroid that's going to hit the earth.
Wow.
The marketing world is going to get shaken up. And unless and until you are there, maybe enabled by data, empowered by technology, you are ready for extinction. You will be extinct. Every marketing dinosaur will get extinct unless and until you adapt, you evolve. This is what I want to say. Thank you.
Wow, MarTech, the future. Correct. Everything is going to be driven by technology. And in fact, Chetan, taking cue from what he's saying, we must get him to share knowledge on how MarTech is going to shape the destiny of marketing, and include that in the curricula. Oh, it's going to be on that. I'm going to look at the recorded version because I get to learn more from the recorded version than the live version. Yeah, I'm going to keep it with me. Yeah, absolutely. It's so nice. Ladies and gentlemen, keep smiling, keep applauding, and be happy. Yeah, there's a whole science, I'm taking cue from you. There's a whole science today on what makes people happy. And there's a whole concept of human resources saying, we just want our employees to be happy. It's another debate that I disagree with them, that happiness is completely internalized and you cannot do anything to make anybody happy if you've decided that person is not going to be happy. But we're talking about happy organizations. And I'm on the board of dream companies to work for. And we are making an analysis of how many dream companies is what youngsters or what people like you are completely aspirational, or what many youngsters think that they are only entrepreneurs and nothing else, and they want to dictate the rooster by becoming an entrepreneur. I think caution is the name of the game for them, and the future only belongs to people, like you rightly said, adapt or get extinct. That's what happened to dinosaurs. So ladies and gentlemen, global managers in Jurassic Park does not exist here, but what exists here is currently global managers without the Jurassic Park. Big round of applause. Thank you. So I'm going to allow the winners to sit. PK, you still have to be here. I believe you're going to give away all the awards. That's what Chetan has told me. And he's made sure that I communicate that effectively so that you are here. May we get you a cup of coffee, if you like? You're fine, all right. We move on to the next set of 4 winners. No order as is mentioned in the sheet. Shrishel Deshnur, Head Consumer Marketing and Patents of Cipla. Please welcome Shrishel. Congratulations. The next on the list is, please leave the trophy only with Mr. Deshnur. Vishal Sharma, Director Sales and Marketing of Raymond's. Congratulations. Anybody remembers the byline of Raymond's? The complete man, correct. Are you wearing a Raymond shirt? Sorry? Is that a Raymond shirt?
Yes.
And this pair of jeans is also Raymond's?
This is also Raymond. Don't go beyond that.
That was a macho statement. All right. That was macho, you know. All right. Sorry? I bet. I want to tell him to next year, if you invite me to host as a master of ceremony, he will dress me up to the occasion as the complete man. All right? All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, no order. Order as is mentioned in the sheet. The award to an organization called Praraj Industries to be received by Dr. Ravindra Utkigar, Vice President, Corporate Marketing and Strategy. Thank you and congratulations. Dr. Samir Kapoor, Director at Factors PR. Dr. Samir Kapoor, Director at Factors PR. Congratulations. All right, it's time for Q&A and the, briefly, whatever you feel about receiving the award. If there are any paradigm shifts each one of you would like to share, please feel free. Can we have the mic presented to Shrishel, please?
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm still pinching myself. I wouldn't have imagined, sitting in a room with so many people at one go. And I think we are all not used to it. But I think that's what life is, and that's what pandemic has taught us. So one message that I would just want to leave behind is that, most of your students, and I'm sure your learning curve is at your peak right now, but the learning never stops. I think that's the key. Somebody spoke about adapt or get extincted. I think the key is all about learning. If you have one small mantra of saying, what have I learned today? Just possibly keep adding it somewhere in your text on your phone or a notepad. One thing that you're learning every day. I think that is possibly what will help us to be ready for the future.
Thank you. Vishal, can we hear you?
Yeah, just taking his point to the next level. I believe along with learning, it's also very important to stay relevant today. And it's not applicable only to organizations. Even as individuals, if you are not relatable in this world, it is cutthroat competition, guys. People will just run over you. The second point is, though I'm standing in a business school and I've gone into a business school myself, I'll give you, not an advice, but I'll give you my own personal learning. Marketing, don't ever assume that you can learn in a 10 by 10 classroom and mugging up a 200-pager Philip Kotler or Koons. No, marketing is not that. Marketing is all about which you experience every day around you. Just to give you an example, when I walked in, I saw a guy dressed like Hulk Hogan. He was a bouncer. And I asked one of the teachers also why you have bouncers and why you have a Hulk Hogan cheap prototype. So she told me that, probably we've kept them to make students wear mask. And he himself was not wearing mask.
So
So
sad.
the point is,
Sad.
the point is basically that was also a little piece of marketing which you were trying to do. So look around, there's a message, there is there is marketing in everything which you see. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Dr. Ravindra.
Good morning.
Morning.
Chetan, Madhuri, so nice to have back here at the campus. Dr. Bhatia, ever so charming. I'm seeing you year after year after year, and you're only getting better and better, I would say. So that's fantastic. Every time more creative. This brand recognition is special because we believe that we are in unprecedented times. The biggest threat to the mankind is coming in the form of climate change, and I'm setting aside the war clouds that are transient and hopefully they'll pass soon. And our company Praj Industries is trying to devise sustainable climate actions through circular bioeconomy. And I do hope that this brand recognition inspires all of us to do our bit in the fight against climate change. Adopt sustainable practices, conserve energy, go green wherever possible, reduce, recycle, reuse, replenish are the mantras, and that's the only way we can devise or ensure our collective future. Coming back to the one message you were talking about from the pandemic times and one learning, I think a lot of wisdom has already been talked, live in the moment. Probably the one thing that I would like to emphasize is paying attention to mental health is just as important as paying attention to physical health. We all have to be very conscious of what kind of content we consume. We've been conscious about food we consume, but it's the content, because we are living in an era where there is an information overload, information diarrhea, whatever they call it. So we have to be wisely consuming the content that is actually going to help us shape up our future. That would be my 2 cents. Thanks again for being here.
Thank you. Yeah. Mental health is very important, and if we look after your mental health, there's a lot of things that go right. Eat right is very, very important message that I picked from you.
Yeah.
All right? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hi, good morning, everyone, and thank you, Indira School. Thank you for this honor. Dr. Bhatia, I don't know if you remember me. I was much thinner at that time, was heading ESPN Star Sports.
Yes.
And at Bombay Stock Exchange, Dr. Bhatia asked me to be part of a jury.
Correct.
That was 15 years back. So, like Sir said, Dr. Bhatia is, he's the curious case of Benjamin Button. He's, I think, as the year passed by, he's getting younger and younger. So my advice to all of you is, of course, everything has been said. My only thing is just see what's happening around us. There are something called ad blockers that are coming in. You guys are not watching Star, Z and others. You are watching Disney Hotstars and Sony Lives and others. But primarily, I mean, you guys are rejecting ads. Even YouTube, you wait for the ad to get over so that you can consume content. And that's where you need to understand how to befriend Google, because the reputation of any brand is going to be what Google says. Because for your generation, if you're not on Google, you don't exist. So my only thing is, someone like said that MarTech is going to make sure that you guys will be finished. Just make sure that you learn them little better. You learn how Google works. You can't beat Google in the algo, but you just understand how it works. You'll find your brand shine much better. Thank you so much.
You know, Sameer, thank you for your kind words. Many a times it does happen, you evolve with time. And I'm a great believer evolution and revolution go together. With every evolution there occurs a revolution, and with every revolution there occurs an evolution. Ukraine is a great example of that, you know. It's sad to see Ukraine go through what it's going through. My heart reaches out to the people there. But sad to see in many parts of the world where people are suffering, where they don't know what it is going to be like. You know, in a recent example, in Google searches, many of the Google searches stopped what was happening in Turkey. Turkish lira fell to such an extent that people did not know what to do with it. The economic superpowers, so-called superpowers, did not do a justifiable job. But yet, there is an evolution and a revolution hidden in there. So here we have almost all sets of winners who will also be sharing some knowledge in a little while from now. They'll be a part of the panel, and if you will have opportunity to discuss and debate and learn a little more, we get them together for a photo op, please, and we have the last set of winners before we start the academic sessions. Yes, indeed, indeed, indeed. Happy to always join. Ladies and gentlemen, your second set of winners, if you like to applaud for them. Please do take your seats as we have the last set before the panel discussions and academic sessions, which should have a meaningful learning for you. All right, Raji, please can we have you on the stage to give away a few awards along with these lovely people here. So that is Raji. He does social marketing also for Indira Group. All right, in a world so filled with Netflix, Hotstar, Z5 and several other channels which have all kind of juicy stuff going around, your addiction depends upon your thinking, what you are thinking and what you want to see. So, you know, Netflix has a great ability to track each customer. They do such in-depth tracking that if you have actually Googled Netflix, or if you're seeing on Netflix, search certain programs, they will show you only images of those programs frequently. That's the level of marketing Netflix has taken to. But again, I'm in disagreement with it. We move on, ladies and gentlemen, to the last set of winners. These are 5 in numbers, no order. Order as is mentioned in the sheet. Karan Veer Puri, Business Head, Udan Express. Karan, please come. Karan Veer. Okay, Karan is coming late. Perhaps Arjun has not allowed him. All right, let's leave it. Okay, Rishi is also coming late. We'll ask Neetu where he is. Vishnu Kasara, Vice President and Sales of Juventus Healthcare. Vishnu, please, can we have you? You know, I'm happy your name is Vishnu. I'm happy with everybody's name. I've been told every Saturday I should worship Lord Vishnu. I got Vishnu in another form, all right? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Good round of applause for Vishnu Kasara, Juventus Healthcare. Congratulations. Shailesh Bedarkar, AVP and Head Corporate Academia Initiatives of IDBI. Congratulations, Shailesh. Abhijit Dixit, Vice President Marketing Communications with HDFC Bank. All right, Abhijit is not here. Just in case if Rishikar Krishna is here, please identify yourself, all right? And if Karan is here, please identify yourself. They are both coming late. So this is a short set of winners, and we have just 3 of them. So we give them the mic so that we could hear them, listen to them, and give the trophy also to each one of them. We get a great picture.
Good morning, everybody. I am first thankful to the Indira Institute for inviting for the program. Friends, in previous discussion, few of our colleagues has mentioned that marketing is nothing, it is you always observe your around, and that is the right. Apart from that, not only this, how you can convert obstacle into the opportunities. And recent pandemic is an example where many of the industries has converted that obstacle into the opportunities, and they have survived. They have not only survived, but they become as a very profitable organizations. And that's how, as an MBA student, you have to look at how you can convert obstacle into opportunities. We'll discuss as the day go on. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we hear the next winner, please?
Wow. For me, this is first of its kind of experience. And I thank all the dignitaries on the dais. And I thank Indira Institute for inviting me for a marketing event. By the way, I am from the younger sibling of the same department, sales, direct sales. So I don't know exactly what branding is, marketing is all about. Worked with organizations like Wipro, IBM, typical IT guy, IT sales guy. And right now I'm working with another subsidiary of IDBI Bank. I represent IDBI Intake. So whenever I go and meet someone, I have to tell him or her that I am not from IDBI Bank, I'm from IDBI Intake, which is an IT subsidiary, IT division of IDBI Bank. I had a division which is recently formed 2 years ago to bridge a gap between corporate and academia. It's a corporate academia initiative department, and it's a small division. We are conducting workshops and seminars and courses in engineering as well as management colleges. And here we are after 2 years during the pandemic. We have actually improvised ourselves in last 1.5 years, because when we started in January 2020, the pandemic was 3 months away, and we did not know that. So the advice, I won't say advice, a suggestion or just an opinion of mine is that destination and destiny are 2 words, they are homonyms kind of. They sound similar. But the destination is important, but so is the journey. So concentrate on your journey. You will anyway achieve, or you will anyway attain the destination. And what is the final destination for a human being? Kya hai? We are going to meet our Lord afterwards. So till that time, enjoy your journey and don't worry about the destination. This is what I would like to suggest. I am not going to advise you guys because I am not that old enough. But that is it. And I think I have taken a clue, today from Dr. Bhatia. He had been to our college long back, some 20 years ago.
Which college?
MIT School of Management, sir.
Yes.
So, and I found him today morning, and I thought that, all right, somebody, किसी को तो पहचान रहा हूँ. So, one more clue, behave like him. He is exactly the same person 20 years ago, 23 years ago in fact. Same person, same, कुछ भी फर्क नहीं पड़ा. कुछ भी फर्क नहीं पड़ा. And this comes from a 20-year or 21-year-old boy of MIT School of Management, sitting somewhere last benches से पहले bench पे बैठ के आज मैं डर गया हूँ actually. So last bench पे बैठ के हम लोग देख रहे थे. So this is something which every one of you should take him from me, the energy the kind of energy he possesses, and the positivity he creates across
Thank you, sir.
age groups. I'm not talking about only students or
Thank you.
me as a student or me as, let's say, some person in some organization.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So be positive, have positive energy, and spread that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. अरे बाबा.
नाही सर, तुम्ही म्हणजे आम्हाला तेव्हा भेटलेलं सर.
अरे बाबा. चलिए. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. You know, I must add just one point before we get down on from the dais. I wrote a post sometime back out of frustration on LinkedIn. It was called "Keep Walking, Keep Working." Keep walking is Johnny Walker's cliche for the brand, and keep working was mine. So I keep telling my team, when you're not working, you should work out. When you're not working out, you should work. And when you're not working, you should walk. So please keep walking, keep working, because that's all that's going to lead you. Destiny is written, in my opinion, your destiny is written. Your personality gets formed up to the age of 5. Beyond that is just adaptation. As somebody said, adjustment and adaptation. What you want to do, what you want to achieve is completely driven by your passion. You know, even today, I keep telling Madhuri ma'am, I'd never like to go up on a stage without preparing. I like to do my rehearsal. I like to know what's going to happen next. And I love my coffee. I love black coffee. I can sip gallons of it in a day. Lots of black coffee I can sip because it's healthy. Look after your health, physical and mental, and make sure that you spread the world of possibilities. Everything is possible in this world. Thank you so much. Okay, we now, Raji, as per the schedule, we now have a little panel discussion, right, Raji? We have a panel discussion. The 3 speakers. So are you taking over for there? Please welcome her. She's dressed for the occasion. She's very hardworking, and she smiles more than me, has more energy more than me.
That I doubt. That I doubt.
So, and you look so beautiful. All right? Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please give her a good round of applause.
Okay, so from my side, good morning, everybody. So after captivating start by super engaging Dr. Bhatia, now is the time to listen to our wonderful speakers. But before that, please join me in giving a round of applause to Dr. Bhatia, to his energy, to his creativity, and for showing us such wonderful videos. It took us back to the memory lane. कितने लोगों की यादें ताज़ा हुई वो ads देख के, सुन के, the medley? Yes? I was expecting at least all my colleagues to raise their hand. ये हमारे ज़माने के ads थे, right? Okay, and yes, round of applause to each of the awardees. They have put in a lot of hard work to be who they are today. तो तालियां तो बनती हैं, right? थोड़ी energy वाली तालियां. Better. Okay. So the first person who I'm going to invite on stage, of course, is our chief guest. Sir has been introduced by Dr. Bhatia already. So, Mr. P. Krishnamurthy, ex-Global Head, HUL. So, may I have you on stage, please? Meanwhile, let me announce, those of you who ask good questions will be given gift voucher of Mad Over Donuts and Levi's, courtesy Western Mall. And the gift hampers to our awardees have been given by Wildcraft, courtesy El Pro Mall. So, सवाल पूछेंगे हम, right? दिमाग वाले. Okay, over to you, sir.
Hello. All this setup makes me feel like a rock star. You know, I always wanted to have a mic like this and come and perform on stage. So it's great to be here. And really, it was a pleasure to actually be standing on stage and giving awards to so many interesting personalities from a range of industries. So I would like to thank Indira Group and everybody for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this wonderful day. And I could not say no to, of course, being with students and in that process feeling youthful and young all over again. Just yesterday, I met Shashank and Sanika, and I was really, speaking to them, engaged, and engaging with them, really impressed with how Shashank has already got his own business and startup while he's studying. That's New Age India. In Sanika, I saw glimpses of my close friend. I don't know how many of you know Leena Nair. She came from a small town in Aurangabad, excelled in the field of HR, was on the board of HUL, went on to be on the board of Unilever, and now is the CEO of Chanel. So I saw glimpses of that in Sanika. So it's great to be here with these students who have confidence, aspirations, and back that up with efforts. So it's lovely to be here. What I'm going to be doing here is sharing with you a little of my insights and my journey over the years. But for that, let me start off where it all began. My early childhood was in Mumbai, in a lower middle class locality. And I always keep telling my people, particularly colleagues with whom I've interacted abroad, that I had neighbors in that locality who have become the most wanted men in India. So, real experts in their field. So it was a lower middle class locality, and during the time, my parents said, my father in fact said, that PK, of course I had a different name at home, it was called Kannan, but he said, PK, everything in life happens twice. Everything in life happens twice. First in your dreams, and then in reality. So whenever, don't hesitate to dream. Because if you have not even dreamt of it, there is no chance it will happen in reality. So he says, dream big. And even if it doesn't happen, at least for that moment when you are dreaming, you are having a good time. So always, right from childhood, there was this entire inclination to be dreaming big. And the only way and the route out of the situation that we were in that locality was to get a great education, much like what you are getting here and you are in the process of getting. So dream big, because everything in life happens twice over. And I had a great opportunity to work with 3 world-class companies in a range of positions across a range of geographies around the world. Starting off with Asian Paints, which is an Indian transnational. Then a completely different company, an American multinational, Coca-Cola, when they set up their business in India. And moving on to Unilever, which was an Anglo-Dutch multinational. Completely different culture, different style of working, etc. And you really learn from working in this diverse set of cultures with diverse set of people. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to try and share one piece of learning from each of these companies. Asian Paints, and we were discussing with our friend from Pidilite. My mentor there was Bharat Puri, who of course now heads Pidilite. And he always used to say, PK, the product that you sell is a can of paint. The product which the customer buys is a painted wall. So between a can of paint and a painted wall, there is a journey that the product goes through. Understand that journey. There is a painter involved, there is a dealer involved, there is a contractor involved, there is an architect involved. So great understanding of customer centricity, the path to purchase of the customer, and how are you engaging with the customer in all these path to purchase is a critical aspect of any marketeer's role, or of any marketeer's life. And of course, Asian Paints, I don't know how many of you have heard of the concept called color corner, but they revolutionized the paint industry. The paint industry has so many SKUs, stock keeping unit, thousands, 10,000s of stock keeping unit, different shades, different products, different applications. The ability to have these products and different shades available at the point of sale when the customer wants it was a big, big challenge. And Asian Paints solved it. Because they said in the factory we will produce at scale certain bases. The finishing touch to the product will be given at the point of sale. Mass production of base products, but customization at the point of sale. So that was a principle which was fantastic and which worked very well in the paint industry, and now in the food industry also it is working. Most of the bases are prepared centrally in central kitchens, and the finishing touches is given in the dark kitchens nearer to the consumer. So clearly Asian Paints was an absolute great company to get a solid grounding in sales and distribution. Moving on to Coke. I had the opportunity to work in Coke when Coke set up its business back in India. And the big thing that I learned here is the power of occasions. Do you want to be a part of a special occasion which happens infrequently in a year? And there are brands which have made a name for that. But do you want to be a part of a special occasion but which happens infrequently? Or do you want to be a part of an occasion which happens on a daily basis? Because if you want to create a habit, you need to have an association with occasions which are happening almost on a daily basis. I still remember my boss in Coca-Cola was an Icelander, and Iceland had an absolutely fantastic per capita consumption. And Coke has this model which they call PETA. It's a very simple model. It says the opportunity for volumes is based on what they call as the PETA model. P is population, I is incidence, T is transactions, and A is amount. It says, okay, you are a country of, let's say, 1 billion. What percentage of incidence will be Coca-Cola consumers? That is the I. Let's say 30%. How many transactions will these consumers have in a year? Once a month? Once a week? Once a day? And for each of these transactions, what is the amount they will consume? You multiply all this and you will get your sales projections. Clearly, it is simple. Penetration and frequency, that is the name of the game. How many consumers are going to use your product? How often are they going to use? So it is simple. I still remember the first day that he came with me in the market. We went to the VT station. And then he always moves around with this calculator. And then he said, how many people are there in the station? How many trains come? PK, an entire Iceland moves in and out of the station every day. So you must do at least the business that Iceland does from the station itself. So, and the funny incident here is, I've had many bosses, many colleagues, etc., who commit to a target of 100, but end up doing 95, 96, 97, 98. So they come close to the target. I've never seen a boss who commits to a target of 100 and ends up doing 2. And my boss here, Barry Olafson, was one such boss. Because he came to India, he took his calculator, he said, country of 1 billion, 30% incidence, well, at least 1 Coke a day, 200 ml per transaction. So he committed to a volume based on this mathematical construct of what the volume could be. What he forgot here was that Coke has to be a part of everyday consumption and habit, which needs to be created. You cannot just assume. You need to spend huge amounts of money in associating Coca-Cola with a habit which is a daily habit. For example, Coke with food. Mexico is the highest per capita consumption of Coke. And they did it by focusing on saying that Coke with food tastes better when you have it with Coke. And they kept at it. And you have 3 meals a day, and the opportunity for Coke to basically associate with those 3 occasions made Coke a household brand and huge volumes in Mexico.